The Peacock Theater in Los Angeles buzzed with excitement, filled with a crowd aware they were part of a historic event. The 2025 BET Awards had already showcased unforgettable moments, dynamic performances, emotional tributes, and a celebration of Black excellence that felt like a triumphant celebration of culture. But when the spotlight illuminated the stage and Kevin Hart's voice resonated through the speakers, the atmosphere transformed. "Are you ready for this?" he asked, his smile bright enough to light up the venue. "Because Kendrick Lamar just shattered the trophy case." The audience erupted in cheers, and it became evident, this night was all about K. Welcome to celebrity rap life, where the red carpets never roll up and the spotlight never fades. The rewards are legendary. Because in celebrity rap life, every downfall can become a comeback, and every headline tells a deeper story. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a second of what's coming next. Kendrick Lamar didn't just win at the 2025 BET Awards, he completely dominated. By the end of the evening, he had claimed 5 major awards, so many that Kevin Hart, the host, humorously struggled to manage the trophies as he presented them. The crowd laughed, but beneath the humor lay a profound truth. Kendrick wasn't merely collecting accolades. He was solidifying a legacy that had been in the making for over a decade, one that has transformed rap, redefined artistry, and pushed the industry to keep pace. This wasn't just a crowning moment, it was a triumph. The night began with an air of inevitability. Kendrick's name had been circulating in the lead-up to the awards, his recent work igniting discussions and analyses across social media and beyond. His latest album, released just months prior, was a cultural phenomenon, merging sharp lyricism with innovative sounds that left critics scrambling for praise. Songs like Mirror Maze and Iron Tongue had already become anthems, their lyrics dissected in barbershops and group chats. So when the BET Awards nominations were announced, featuring Kendrick in nearly every major category, Best Male Hip-Hop Artist, Album of the Year, Video of the Year, Best Collaboration, and Lyricist of the Year, no one was surprised. The only question was how many awards he would win. The answer came quickly. When Kendrick won the first award of the night, Best Collaboration, for his powerful verse on a track with SZA, the audience's cheers reverberated through the theater. Kevin Hart jumped on stage, holding the trophy like a champion. "Kendrick, you're making it tough for everyone else," he joked, casting a playful glance at the other nominees. Kendrick, seated near the front, nodded subtly, his expression calm but his eyes sharp, as if he were already anticipating the next moment. By the time the second award, Lyricist of the Year, was announced, the narrative was clear. Kendrick's acceptance speech was brief yet impactful. "This isn't just for me," he stated, his voice steady. "This is for Compton. For the kids who see themselves in these lyrics. For those who know that words can change the world." The audience listened intently, a mix of fans, peers, and industry leaders who recognized they were witnessing a once-in-a-generation artist at the height of his powers. Kendrick's impressive presence in the music industry is compelling not just because of the awards he has won, but due to the context surrounding his work. In a world that often prioritizes flashy trends, Kendrick stands out as a unique figure. His music doesn't seek popularity, it commands attention. His lyrics are not merely for entertainment, they challenge, provoke, and inspire listeners. Now at 37, he has evolved from the eager young artist of Good Kid, Mad City, yet he continues to push forward rather than rest on his laurels. Each album, collaboration, and performance feels like a declaration of purpose, and during the BET Awards, he took the stage as if it were a sacred platform. The ceremony was a visual feast, showcasing performances that varied from soulful to explosive. SZA captivated the audience with a medley of her hits, her powerful voice resonating over a minimalist stage that felt dreamlike. Chris Brown, as always, showcased his impressive showmanship. However, it was Kendrick's unexpected performance that truly stood out. Midway through the event, he took the stage without prior announcement, igniting excitement in the crowd even before he began to rap. As the lights dimmed, a single spotlight illuminated Kendrick, dressed in all black, his figure contrasting against a backdrop of shimmering city lights. The haunting piano intro of Iron Tongue filled the venue, leading into a heavy bass line. Kendrick's delivery was precise, each word cutting through the atmosphere with intention. The audience was not merely spectators, they were fully engaged, hanging on his every line. "I speak for the ones who ain't got a voice," he rapped, his gaze sweeping across the crowd as if addressing each individual personally. As the song shifted into Mirror Maze, characterized by its rapid tempo and intricate metaphors, the audience erupted in a wave of raised hands and enthusiastic lyrics. What distinguished Kendrick's performance was not just his talent, but the purpose behind it. There were no dancers or extravagant props, just Kendrick and his powerful words. The visuals behind him were stark and impactful, grainy clips of Compton streets, protest marches, and childhood memories, serving as a reminder of his roots and the weight he carries. At one point, he paused mid-verse, allowing the beat to resonate, and looked out at the audience. "This is bigger than me," he remarked, almost introspectively. "This is us." The ensuing silence was charged with a shared understanding between him and the audience. Backstage, there was a palpable sense of respect for Kendrick. Emerging artists like Doekiai and Leon Thomas spoke of him in almost legendary terms. "He's the reason I don't take shortcuts," Doekiai expressed, her voice filled with admiration. "Every line he writes feels like it's meant for the culture." Even seasoned artists like Jay-Z, watching from the crowd, nodded in approval, quietly acknowledging the legacy being upheld and passed on with care. As the evening progressed, Kendrick's name continued to come up. The award for Video of the Year went to Mirror Maze, which featured gritty, cinematic visuals that resembled a short film more than a typical music video. Next came Album of the Year, where Kendrick's latest release triumphed over major artists like Beyoncé and Drake. Each victory elicited louder cheers from the audience, who were energized by the momentum. When the Best Male Hip-Hop Artist Award was announced, Kevin Hart returned to the stage, feigning exasperation. "Man, I need a cart for all these trophies," he quipped, pretending to struggle under the weight of the latest accolade. The camera panned to Kendrick, who offered a rare smile, his usual composure cracking just enough to reveal the significance of the moment. Hart's humorous antics with the trophies became a recurring theme of the night. Each time Kendrick won, Hart would reappear with increasingly theatrical flair, even stacking the awards like a Jenga tower at one point. "Kendrick, you gotta slow down, man," he joked, eliciting laughter from the crowd. Yet, beneath the humor lay a clear acknowledgement. Kendrick was unbeatable that night, his presence overshadowing the event like a towering figure. The cultural impact was immediate. Social media lit up with responses, as fans shared clips of Kendrick's performance, and critics hailed him as the voice of his generation. One post declared, "Kendrick Lamar just owned the BET Awards," quickly garnering thousands of likes. TikTok was flooded with fans reciting lines from Iron Tongue, while Instagram stories filled with screenshots of Kendrick's speeches. Even Spotify saw a spike in streams for his music, with albums like Damn and To Pimp a Butterfly rising alongside his new releases. However, what made Kendrick's night so impactful was not just the accolades or the performance, but the underlying purpose. Every action he takes feels intentional, driven by a mission greater than himself. His music addresses themes of identity, systemic injustice, and the burden of legacy, yet it remains deeply personal rather than preachy. His acceptance speech for Album of the Year echoed this clarity, as he spoke about the importance of storytelling. "This ain't just music," he stated. "It's a mirror. It's a map. It's for anyone who's ever felt lost and kept going." The audience stood in applause, moved not only by his words but by the sincerity behind them. Kendrick's success at the 2025 BET Awards was not merely about the awards, it was about the story. He is more than just a rapper, he is a poet, a provocateur, and a historian. His work not only charts the course but also challenges the status quo. In a year where the industry grappled with questions of authenticity and longevity, Kendrick's sweep felt like a definitive answer. He is not following trends, he is creating them. He is not in competition with his peers, he is in competition with himself. As the ceremony came to an end, the impact of Kendrick's presence was still palpable. While other artists like SZA and Chris Brown delivered standout performances, SCA's being a deeply spiritual experience and Chris's showcasing impressive skill, Kendrick's influence was the constant thread throughout the night. His performance, his accolades, and his quiet intensity encapsulated the essence of the BET Awards, a tribute to artistry, culture, and resilience. Backstage, as the audience dispersed, Kendrick was approached by fellow artists and fans. He remained humble, greeting people with handshakes and nods, downplaying the accolades. "It's not about the trophies," he told one reporter. "It's about the work. The trophies just mean I get to keep going." This offered a rare insight into the mindset of an artist who views success not as an endpoint but as motivation. The evening concluded with a tribute to the pioneers of Black music, yet it still felt infused with Kendrick's influence. He is not merely a product of the culture, he is a guardian of it, connecting the past with the future. His achievements at the 2025 BET Awards were not just personal triumphs. They served as a reminder that the culture is vibrant, evolving, and in good hands. As fans poured into the Los Angeles night, the conversation centered on Kendrick Lamar. His performance replayed on phones, his speeches circulated in group chats, and his impact was felt across the internet. The trophies were mere tokens. What he truly claimed was the moment itself. In that moment, he reaffirmed why he is not just a king, but a guiding force, showing the way forward. Kendrick didn't merely attend the 2025 BET Awards, he defined them. And, as always, the culture followed suit. This story is far from over, and the truth is still unfolding. I want to hear what you think. Drop your take in the comments. And if you don't want to miss the next twist, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a second of what's coming next.